Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We're starting off Monday with a bang. Oh my god. Oh, this is too good. So I've got two sort of big topics to cover today. One is actually good news, a big win for players. We're going to look at that in the second half of the video. And now that it's fixed, it's Hydra Clash stuff. So we'll check that out. So stay tuned, something you definitely want to be doing. And it's actually great. But let's look at the big fail first. Oh my god, we're jumping over to the summon pool. We've got a new summon pool. And look at this one, guys. So it's a different structure. So we still have the same, kind of like a mini sacred shard, really, this prism shard. You know, it's 6% chance for legendary, 94 epic, so you don't get a 2x sacred shard chance. It's not helping you at summon rush, blah blah blah, but it's pretty decent, and there tend to be decent champs in it. I mean, if we look at these, it's a new graphic over here on the side as well. So the epics are only okay. The skinwalker epics, let's be honest, are kind of garbage. Bane is decent. What's his name? Steel Skull, actually pretty good for some Cursed City stuff. A lot of the rest of them are kind of trash, I'll be honest. So the epics kind of suck. And, like, you know, Taurus is okay and Scabry is okay, you know, but this one's decent. Hofferys, they're not great, the epics. The legendary selection then are mostly sort of like, I don't know, B tier to A tier champions. So it's a little bit awkward. So Wukong, extremely good, but he was a free champ before, so you probably have him, right? He's been a free promo code for a long time for new players as well. They can get him. I guess if you picked up Ninja, you wouldn't, but if you just picked up Ninja on a new account, you wouldn't be able to do this anyway, I'd say. Razelvarg, he's great. Brilliant champ for Hydra and PvE stuff, really. Ragash, doesn't want to click on Ragash for some reason. There he is. He's pretty solid. I think Samson, Snick Track are only okay, and Gwendolyn, again, decent, but nothing too amazing here. Like, there's a good chance you've got the ones you want out of these already. They're not really legendaries you would chase, but the headline champion, he's pretty good, to be fair. Bolland Freewalker, this guy I think is pretty cool. He reminds me certainly of Arman's, you know, AoE, double hitter. Each hit can stun. You can remove all buffs. If you got one Skinwalker in there, he can get turn meter, which is cool. Ignore resistance is nice, but not essential. He's got basically AoE decreased defense. A1 can give him an extra turn. That's actually quite good. Then his passive is cool. Multi-hits do a bit more damage. This is really nice. When allies hit an enemy, chance to stun. And when allies do crits, get some turn meter. That's quite small. Ignore defense. I think you can put him in with just like Uko. Him plus Uko. And you've got Uko doing his AoEs with chances to stun whenever he hits. You've got this guy buff stripping and stunning. I think him plus Uko is actually quite good. So he's nice, but yeah, he's good. He's a decent faction unity champion. This is the difference. Headline champions and legendary. So you've got a 6% chance for legendary. 2% of the time it will be the headliner. And 4% of the time it will be the legendary. This is actually a positive thing, right? This is actually positive because now, you know, you're more likely to get the headliner. So that's nice, right? Like, you've got a 2% chance for Bolland, and then you've got hang on, let's see, 4 divided by 6. You've got like a 0.6% chance to get any one of these. So that's actually pretty good. You're much more likely to get Bolland, which is good. That's cool. So the headline champ, that's the way it works. Now, I believe they have changed it. So, maybe they haven't changed it here. I thought they had changed it so you could only get the headline champion once, but I don't actually see that being said anywhere. Let me see here, but let's go to the big fail. So this, to me, is the big fail. We now have a mercy system from Prism Shards. Brilliant. Mercy system for Prism Shards. Excellent. How does it work? Well, the mercy counter resets after the current summon pool ends. With the start of a new summon pool event, the number of summons without a champ of a specific rarity will be set to 0. So this does not carry over between Prism events, between summon pool events. Now, that's maybe nice to someone, going like, okay, well, I can just summon my Prism Shards. I don't have to min-max and care about carrying them over between and blah, blah, blah. That's nice, I suppose. But this is so punished. It basically means for a free-to-play player, this will never do anything for you, ever. This is really only for whales. And check this out. When does the Mercy system start? After 20 summons. 20 summons. Without a legendary. Let me move me back over here. And you start getting a stacking 3% chance. 20 Okay, it's 35, right? Okay, hang on. Let's get the calculator over here. Got 35 right now. We need to do 20 of those, so 700. Okay. Now 200 cost me $50. Let's divide that by what? 210. Okay, we multiply that by, let's just say 50. So the Mercy system for this Prism event, in order for this Mercy system to even begin helping you at all, you must spend $166 for it to start doing stuff. Wow. Thank you so much, Plarium Devs, for making this Mercy. I really appreciate that. That's great. Thank you so much for the low cost of $166. You can begin benefiting from a plus 3% chance increase per shard in your Prism system. Wow. This will obviously benefit whales somewhat. I mean, you're going to be super unlucky to go that far, but it will, it does stop you being super unlucky. So I guess if you're a super unlucky whale, then that's kind of nice. But this is just ridiculous. On a side note, what did I do this weekend? I actually spent a good bit of the weekend playing Cyberpunk 2077, which I'd never played before. But I picked that up on sale. Cyberpunk, it's pretty good. It's pretty fun. I've been a cyborg ninja running around, like, slicing and dicing. It's been great crack with my mantis blades and katana. That's been great. I picked that up for like $30. It's a pretty good game. That's, yeah. $30 for that, for Cyberpunk, or $166 for Mercy system for primals. Huh. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, yeah, that, needless to say, to me, this Mercy system is a massive fail. Like, sure, again, like I said, I'm sure whales would be happy. It will help somewhat. I do think the headline thing is cool. Like I said, I thought they had said that you could only get the headline champion once. I don't see anything about that in game, so I'm not sure. Let's just double check the news. But let me know if you guys know anything more about that. Headline champions. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. You can summon a headline champion only once. Only once. So yeah, that I guess that hurts whale. So you're more likely to get the champion, but you can only get them once. I'm kind of surprised they do that because, like, let's be honest, whales go pretty nuts for this sort of stuff. Whales go kind of crazy. Like with Teox, people are trying to get as many Teoxes as they can, right? Double Teox. It's a thing. It's really strong, double Teox and Hydra, and people looking to empower their Teoxes and stuff. I think it's a bit strange that there's a limit on the headline champion. I guess they want people to just, they're looking for the Krakens to whale out on multiple of these, right? Like, just whale out big every time, not just go crazy on one and then get burnt out and not go. I don't know what the logic is there, but that's surprising. So yeah, it's kind of easier to get the headline champion than it was before, but you can only get them one time. I mean, I would basically suggest for a whale, get the headline champion and stop. I mean, you've got hundreds of dollars to spare, I guess. So there is that. Okay, now let's look at some actual good news. So I did this yesterday. I ran a Hydra key. I was not in the mood to record last night, so I just recorded this. But these are the personal rewards from Hydra Clash. And this is actually really good. I was able to do it with one key. Now, obviously, many of you probably can't do it with one key. It might be something you build up over time. But this gives you so many accessories. So check this out. We got like this is great, Barbarian accessory with speed even on it. That's fantastic. We got ourselves a ring. That's just from the basic chest. That's only 70 million. Guys, that's only 70 million. You're getting a couple of protection accessories. Then we got 3 accessories from the second chest. Some stone skin. That's great. Like Sacred Order. Great. Cool. Our third chest. Again, we got 3 accessories. Cool. Bunch of stone skin. There's a protection banner for undead. Great. For a Sifi or something. 4 accessories from the final set. This is amazing. This genuinely is really, really good. So we just got 4 plus 2, 6, and then plus 3, plus 3. We got 12 accessories. You actually, if you are able, I think this is way better than Hydra Clash itself. Hydra Clash itself, big steam and pile a dookie, basically. Hydra Clash absolutely sucks. That's the way it is. Plain and simple. Hydra Clash sucks. And you don't get that much for Hydra Clash. Like, you don't get all of this stuff. You get, like, a selection of them. but you get more accessories each week from these personal rewards than you do from Hydra Clash, like way more. Now, what you're not going to get, you're not going to get the Primal Quartz, you're not going to get the Mythical Skill Tome, so that's sort of your main reason for doing Clash, but honestly, for getting these accessories, which are super powerful, getting your champions into Stone Skin accessories, so you can have 4-piece Stone Skin for Arena, getting protection accessories, that's a huge damage boost for champions like Sifi or Mithrala, whatever, boosting up your team. It's huge. 12 accessories potentially every single week. And this is guaranteed as well. So you're not coming in and being like, oh, what Krakens are we up against? Someone in the enemy clan, well, they got a Trunda key. I guess we're fucked, right? I guess that's the week over. We got stomped. They had a Trunda thing right at the end. Cool. That's great fun. This is just, it's just the same, right? It's just every week, okay, I can do this much. And yeah, so work on your own Hydra keys, improve your own score. Just basically go in and do the best score you can. Try to get as far up these personal reward bars as you can. And yeah, that's it. I mean, honestly, so long as you can get, like, if you get 600 million, that's pretty massive. 600 million, you can max this out in 2 weeks, right? It's actually not that beneficial if you do more. So if you do, let's say, 800 million, well, then the next week, you can only do another 400. It stops at 1.2, and then you're done until the weekly reset, and then you can go again. So it's sort of like 600 million is a big breakpoint. 1.2 billion is a big breakpoint. Once you can do those, you're flying. I mean, heck, even 300 million is pretty nice. 300 million is pretty good. Like, you'll get to these fairly regularly. So yeah, definitely maximize your Hydra keys so you can do this. It is very doable. It's very doable. To give you an idea, like, I ran my key. I did 500 million. So this is not super accessible. No, never mind. That key's not super accessible. But I've shown you some pretty darn accessible keys before. So yeah, I mean, something like this key right here, Wixwell, Aestrid, put in a Shemail. I'm like, bam, you're good. Like, you can run this with like an Ugo. Like, I can come in just with Fusion champions from this year. Fusion champs. Where's Wixwell? We would put Wixwell in the front. Okay, hang on. But like, building a nice budget team. Like, we'll just throw in Wixwell. We'll throw in an Aestrid. We'll throw in. Okay, let's say you don't even have Ugo. That's fine. Let's put in another fusion. Let's put in like Shayak. That could work. Like Shayak, he's good too. Shayak, there we go. There's our block buffs if we want to. Let's say you don't have the Shemail, though we did have a guaranteed Shemail recently. We could do Shemail. We could do a Rector Drath if you've got Rector. That's also pretty good. She works real well with him. Then we just put in some damage, right? Probably something with decreased defense would be nice for sure. And we could put in like let's say like a Whisper, and I don't know, we could put in like a Deacon Armstrong or something. Do I have a Deacon? And like, that key's gonna do decently well. Or we could put in like a Siege Hulk or a Mistrider Dahi or something like that, right? It will do decently well. Oh, so I'm actually blocking the end of it. And something that simple, you can potentially get a big score. Like, if you do, you could quite possibly with a budget team. Like, I think I did it with the Wixwell. Hang on, let me find that. Yes, look at this. Oh man, look at that beard, guy. I had a big old beard 3 months ago. Look at that. But this was on Nightmare. I did, so again, you guys obviously, and it's totally fair. Like, my stats are gonna be way higher than yours, but like, this is going in on Nightmare. You could run this on hard, which is much easier. So the stat requirements become easier. But like, Wixwell, Aestrid, Whisper, a Shemail, Farrakhan, and an Ugo. We got almost 300 million on Nightmare. Like, you get that in on hard, 600 million a week, and you need decent gear for this, of course. But the concept here is simply that you can build a solid team, especially with the recent fusions are very good for Hydra, and you can build a solid team and you can make really good progress on this. So there you go. This was from the Wixwell fusion. I think it's very funny. The shit I got for this video was hilarious. He's underwhelming. Blah, blah, blah. Wixwell doesn't change anything. Wixwell's average at best. Don't sugarcoat it, nub. Yeah. Before you make a decision based on wrong one. Before you make a decision based on Nub's opinion, remember he said Panda was OP as well. Just saying. I never said Panda was OP. I do think Bambus is underrated though. Bambus is decent. Just like Bambus was. Yeah. Am I the only one who thinks this fusion is vastly overrated? I think I'm getting high on the excess copium Nub is unhailing. Oh my god, I love it. It's hilarious. Wow. Hindsight's 2020, huh, guys? Hindsight's 2020. I found that was an experience for sure. That was an experience. The Wixwell hate, funny, but yeah. Anyway, blah blah blah. You get the gist, guys. So that's sort of my thoughts on it. I think this the new summon pool. I actually, for me, I kind of like the headline champion idea. I think that's kind of neat. That's fine. I don't really get why there's a limit on them too much, but it doesn't bother me. Like I'm never gonna whale out enough to get multiple copies of a headline champion, so I don't give a shit. It doesn't really bother me. The mercy system though is absolute garbage. Like, come on, again, $166. That's crazy. $166 before the mercy system even does anything. You can buy like what like you can buy like 3 video games for that. You can buy 4 video games. You could buy almost 6 good video games on sale for that, like really good ones. Like you definitely could. Like it's just great. It's absolutely mental, that mercy system. And then yeah, I think this Hydra Clash thing, I think it's a big win. And honestly, I think that these personal rewards are way better. You don't have to deal with any of the PvP bullshit. You don't care what other people are doing. It's just okay. Now I've got a reason to make solid Hydra keys myself and to improve. I'm getting a ton of accessories that make a massive difference to my account by doing it. And there's no first, second, third. Doesn't matter what my clan's doing, what the enemy clans are doing. Doesn't matter what the balance is. It's just what can I do on my account for me? And I get big rewards for maximizing my potential. It's so much better, in my opinion. And yeah, Wixwell was a good fusion. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.